Subway Surfer, Temple Run and Sonic Dash. If you ever played any of these, you know the drill. Dodge, switching lanes and survive. In this new series, we're building our own endless runner from scratch in Unreal Engine 5, step by step, all the way to a finished, polished game. In this chapter, we're building an infinite procedurally generated world, so our runner actually has somewhere to go. Let's get into it. Okay guys, let's start. So the first thing to do is to go in project settings and set up in our map and modes our editor startup map in our start level, okay, and our game default map in our start level, okay. So we have always our level, okay. It's important, it's a little thing. Now let's go back, and now in content drawer let's create in content our blueprints, because we now want to create two different blueprints. The first one is our track manager and the other one is our track segments. So basically our track manager manage, okay, our system, procedural system, and our track segments in reality create our little segments. Now, with these little segments we create our path, okay, our road. Let's go in our blueprints folder, and now we want to create a blueprint class actor. This one is our BP underscore track manager, okay. Simply duplicate it, Ctrl C, Ctrl V, and now this one is called not track manager but track segment. Now let's open our track segment. Let's open with full blueprint editor. We are now in the viewport. Let's create firstly a static mesh, because of course we now want to create our, okay, little segment. For our mesh you can find a link in the description, and with that you can simply download the mesh I have already created. Of course it's only a placeholder, so in reality you can use whatever you want, and maybe in this series we will create a better one, okay. So if you choose my mesh, go in content drawer, go in content and import, and with this little window click import, okay. And so we have it, we have our materials and our mesh. So let's create two folders, materials, and another one, of course, meshes, okay. And our materials go in, of course, the materials folder, and our mesh in meshes, okay. So we have it. Let's save all for security, and we have it. Now go in meshes, click here, and if you go with this little icon you can simply add the mesh, okay, in our static mesh. If you want you can also search here. Now the length of this segment is 2000 units, okay. Remember that 100 unit in Unreal Engine 5 is 1 meter in reality, so in this case it's 20 meters. Let's create here a new variable, and I want to call it track manager ref, and the type is basically our BP track manager, okay. So we have a little reference to our track manager. Now we want to add a little thing here with this static mesh, so click add, and I want to call a scene component, and I want to call it endpoint. Now the endpoint has, okay, the same length of the segment, so I want to choose 2000, okay, so it's here. And now I want to create a box collision, because later we will use these little things, okay, to create a mechanic, a new one, okay. Let's maybe scale it a little bit, like that, okay. Let's move it, and we have it. Let's click, okay, this little icon, so it's in the same position of our endpoint, and now compile and save, and we have created our track segment. Let's go in our track manager, so go in blueprints, open our track manager, go in event graph, and now we want to create our incredible mechanic. Take the event begin play, and now we want to create some variables, okay. The first one is basically our active segments. The type of these segments is basically our BP track segment, okay, object reference, and with the right click of the mouse you can simply create an array, so a group of elements. Let's create another one, and it's not an array in this case, it's a single variable, and it's called segment length, so it's a single one and it's an integer, okay. And another one is called number of segments, okay, num segments. Let's compile, because now for the default value of this segment length I choose the same, okay, of my mesh, so in this case 2000. The number segments I want to choose 5. Now with this event begin play we want to create a loop, okay. Now for that loop we use the number segments, okay, so get it, and simply want to minus 1. Why this? Because of course an array starts always from 0, okay? So if you have 4 elements, is 0, 1, 2, 3. And so it's for this reason that we use the subtract. Now in the loop body we want to spawn actor from class. The class is of course our BP track, okay, segment. So we spawn our little segments, okay? Let's split the spawn transform and also the spawn location. For the x and for the zeta we use the 0, but for the epsilon we take our index and we use a multiply and we multiply it for our segment length, okay? And this value go here in our spawn transform epsilon. Why this? Because basically if the index is 0, okay, so the element is the first, now the location of epsilon is our 0. When it's 1 is 2000, when it's 2 it's 4000 and something like that. But we use always the length of this segment, so in this way you build a continuous path, okay? Now with this return value we want to set track manager ref, so this one. So we basically say that when we spawn the segment, we set up also our track manager reference. So in this way the segment can open, okay, the function in track manager. Track manager reference is a self reference, okay? And with that we want also to add array, so add with active segments, so get it, and of course the return value. So we add the segments to the array, okay? Let's compile and let's save. If you press start lever, let's see, nothing happens. Why this? Because basically we must take our track manager and put it in the world. Let's now open, and yes, as you can see there is a little problem because the direction of our player is the opposite. To fix it, let's go in our track manager and simply change the segment length. We don't want 2000, we want minus 2000, okay? So the direction is right. And as you can see, we have created our path. But there is a problem. When I reach the end of this path, okay, nothing happens. And we don't want that, because we want an infinite generated world. Go in our track segment, and now we can use finally our box collision. We can go in events, okay, of this box on component begin overlap. When that component, okay, this basically invisible door, okay, overlap with our player, so it's better to take other actor and cast to BP third person character, so basically our main character. So if him is a character, now we want to get the track manager reference and call a function in it. Of course, we must create it, okay? So compile, let's go back in track manager, and now we can create the function. Recycling assets, okay? And so now we want to create a little more complex mechanic, so please follow me, okay? We take our active segments, so get it, and we want to take first elements, so get a copy, and so the index is 0 because it's the first one, okay? So the start segments. And we simply want to set a new variable that is basically our older segment, that is not an integer, of course, is a track segment. We want to set it here, so let's combine this node here. After have set it, we can also remove index 0, okay? So basically we set the value, but in reality we remove it from the index. We set the actor location of the other segment, and finally we can add it to the array, okay, another time. But now it's not the start, okay, it's the end. So you take the first one and it's the last one, and so the second one is the first one and the first one is the last time, okay? So you create a cycle, and with that cycle you can finally create a generated system, okay? So for this add I want to choose active segments, get it, and I want to add of course our older segment, so I want to get it and go here. For our target we use our older segment, okay? But for new location I want to split it, and I want to use all the epsilon, of course. Now to choose the correct location of the epsilon, we want to take the last position of the segments and simply add it the segment length. So we take active segments, I want to get the last index, okay, the last one. I want also to get a copy, because now I use the last index to get the last element, and with that element I want to get actor location, and with that I want to split it, split struct spin, and use the epsilon, okay? Let's organize a little bit, so move it here and move it here, and we have it, okay? So let's compile and save. Now, press save, and in track segment, we can now finally call the function, so call recycling assets. I want to add, before recycling assets, a little delay, okay? Because otherwise maybe the camera can see, okay, these movements of segments, and we don't want that, okay? So when the delay, maybe 1 second, is completed, recycling assets. Let's compile and save, and let's test it. We can test it, and let's see. No, there is another problem. So let's fix it. Go in track manager, and the problem is here, because I say it, but in reality I haven't created anything, okay? So with the return value epsilon, we want to add the segment length. So with that, now it's perfect. So let's compile, let's save, and now if we test it, as you can see, maybe, okay, the path, okay, is infinite. Let's go and see better. So with F1, we can simply click here. And now, as you can see, this one, okay, oh, is off. And if you go here, as you can see, yeah, the same amount, so it's always 5 segments, okay, so it's not a problem on cache or memory. And now our character can go on forever. It's very, very easy, but it's a great start for a very complex system. So if you enjoyed this video, please guys subscribe. In the next one we will create obstacles and some dangerous thing, okay, because otherwise it's only a path and we don't want that. If you enjoyed this video, please subscribe, drop a like, and I'll see you guys in the next video.